Hello everyone, welcome to the SI UK India webinar. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we are now live with Everest University. Today we have Muhammad Aslam with us. He will be taking us through this webinar. We'll try to answer all the questions after the presentation during the Q&A session. So let's start the webinar. Over to you, Samantha.
Thanks, Yuxi, and hi, everybody. My name's Samantha. I'm the Regional Manager for South Asia for Aberystwyth University. So I visit India quite frequently and do visit quite a few different cities as well. So hopefully I might see some of you guys in person one day as well. So I'm just going to run through a quick kind of generic kind of what is Aberystwyth University, where we are, and then I'll introduce my colleagues Mohammed Aslam and Professor Toss, who will be talking about our computer science programs as well, and then we'll have some questions at the end. But Aberystwyth University is the oldest university in Wales, has a very, very long, prestigious history, and we have some very good departments, and today we're going to be talking about computer science. So we are a campus university by the sea. So as you see here, the lower half of this picture is our campus and the top half is the town and kind of living area for the locals. On our campus, you've got everything that you need from libraries, sports centres, cinema, swimming pools, and one of the largest libraries in the UK as well. And then you are just a 15-minute walk to town, which is super close, super easy. And a day like today, when the sun is shining, it is a wonderful way to spend your time in between classes. So as we are a campus university, your accommodation is on campus. So you can walk for about 10 minutes from bed to lecture, very useful for the 9 a.m. lectures. And we have an accommodation offer, which I'll go through later in the webinar, which means that you can live on campus for essentially zero cost. Now, I came to study here well over a decade ago, but a lot of the students come to study here and have an absolutely fantastic time. Spend time on the beach, watching the sunsets, enjoy the community feel, the safety and the environment, as well as the lively student atmosphere in Aberystwyth town. As I mentioned, we are on the west coast, super easy to get to from big airports like Birmingham and Manchester. From Birmingham Airport, there's one train that goes all the way to Aberystwyth, very easy to get to us. And we do also put airport pickup services on for students during the kind of the big welcome weekends activities. So I've mentioned that we're in Wales, and quite a few students and sometimes ask questions like, what is Wales? Where in the UK is that? So Wales is one of the 4 countries that make up the UK. You have access to the 2-year post-study work visa, just like any other student studying in the UK. But you also get to experience some of the Welsh culture. And Wales is also famous for being very safe, very welcoming, incredibly international. We've got a very international community and also cheaper living costs too, which is always a plus when coming to study in the UK. We have a long, long history, as I mentioned. The first university in Wales started off in this very, very old building that the students often call Hogwarts for obvious reasons, I'm sure you can see. And we have a long history of very, very notable alumni from our own king, King Charles, studying here, as well as one of the kings of Malaysia has also studied in Aberystwyth as well. But we have a very, very long and very reputable alumni that help students get placements and give opportunities for networking as well. We're also very, very highly regarded for teaching quality and student experience as well. So those are the 2 main things that I always think people should be looking for at a university. Are you going to be taught well? Are you going to enjoy your course? And are you going to enjoy living there? Because you may be living there for a whole 12 months or maybe even more. So you're going to want to make sure that you're going to be having a nice time whilst you're there too. We're also, as you'll see from all of our pictures, in an unbelievable location. So it's probably something really quite different to where you guys are from, and it will be a great experience to live as well. So we do cover a really broad range of subject areas, everything from accounting to zoology. But today I will be passing over to the Department of Computer Science to talk about our courses. Hi, Mohammed.
Hello, Samantha. Thank you so much, Samantha and Yukti, and welcome all the students. I'm Dr. Mohammed Aslam, and I'm lecturer here in Department of Computer Science, and I'm also working with the recruitment team also for international students. I will just give you the brief introduction of Department of Computer Science. Basically, this department is near to the math departments and physics department, and you can find it very easily inside the university. So, Samantha, next slide, please. Yeah, so I'll introduce our staff members. We have more than 40 teaching staff members, and six of them are full professor, and rest of the professors are basically rest of the faculty members are lecturer and senior lecturer, and very experienced staff member we have. And additionally, we have some technical members and administrative staff also. So overall, we have 50 plus staff members here in Department of Computer Science. And the best thing about Department of Computer Science that we have 33% faculty is our uh, females. So we have this best gender ratio in whole UK and US. So you can see a photograph of this all our staff members. So you can see that. Yeah. Next slide is fine. Yeah. So this is last year photograph. So you can see that there are more than 40 here in this picture, because in this picture you can see all the professors, lecturers, senior lecturer, and also some of the PhD students and master degree students are also in this picture. So we have this very friendly environment here. So we work as a team, all the staff member and all the postgraduate student here. So we have very wonderful teamwork here. So next, yeah. So some of the staff members are basically specially dedicated for the postgraduate studies, and you can see that in some of the picture, like Thomas Johnson and other senior members. Toss is one of them. He will be presenting the research side of our university today. So we have almost 15 people who are dedicated for the master degree and PhD students. Yeah. We can go to next slide. So if we talk about the structure of the master degree, so in fact, you have to complete 180 credit hours in your degree. So there will be 3 semesters. In first semester, you have to complete coursework for 60 credits, and every module is basically 20 credit hours. So some of the module will be core modules, and some of the module are optional modules. So you can select according to your own interest and area of research that what you are going to do in the future. And first 2 semesters are basically for studying the third semester. And in both first semester, you have to take like 60 credit hours. And the third semester is completely dedicated for your dissertation, and in which you have to complete one MSc project. And overall, you have to complete 180 credit hours to get the degree from Department of Computer Science. Next slide. Thank you. Yeah. So if you see the what we are teaching or what we are having in our master degree, so generally all these computer science programs are focusing on software engineering. The one side is on software engineering, especially the MSc Advanced MSc program we are starting in January. So it is also focusing on software engineering, but it is more flexible than that. And some of the MSc programs are focusing on artificial intelligence, and in which you will basically covering different data mining, machine learning, and computational intelligence topics. Okay, and similarly, we have a MSc program for data science, and data science with more statistics involved. And you will see that you will see many data science applications for bioinformatics and biotechnology in these master programs. Next slide, please. So yeah, so if you see from our September start programs, we have these 6 programs. The first one is MSc Computer Science G480. It is more generic, and in this program you will basically get module from all different fields. And similarly, we have this MSc Advanced Computer Science, and it is more focused on software engineering side, which is basically G 493. And these all programs are basically for 1 year. And then we have this MSc Advanced Computer Science with integrated year in industry. So in which basically in 1 year you will complete 3 semester. So the first 2 semester will be the for teaching, and the third semester will be for MSc projects. And then you have this whole year in, and that year you can spend in the industry, and university will give you best opportunity, and they will help you to basically apply for different industrial positions, and then you can spend whole year in the industry. Okay, and at the end you have to report your progress, and then you have to report your experience in the industry, and then in this way you can complete your MSc Advanced Computer Science in 2 years. And also, if you are basically focusing on artificial intelligence, then we have MSc program, MSc Artificial Intelligence. The code for this will be G790. And I'm 100% sure that many students will be interested in data science. So we have MSc Data Science also here, and we have very expert staff members who are doing research for like 10, 20 years in the area of data science, and they will be supervising you in this area. And one more important MSc program we have, it is MSc Statistics for computational biology, in which basically you will be applying different techniques for the computational biology, okay, and bioinformatics. So these are the programs basically we have from September session. And if, because this session is, we are focusing on our January intake, and we are receiving applications for these two programs. The first program is MSc Advanced Computer Science. You can see that is the code for this program is G502, and this program is for 2 years. So basically, technically, you will be here for 17 months. So again, we will be running this program for the period of 3 semesters. First 2 semester will be for teaching, and the third semester will be for the your MSc project. And again, we have this one other program, which is basically have industrial year. And the title of this degree is MSc Advanced Computer Science with Integrated Industrial Year. Okay, so this program is for 3 years, and overall you will spend at least 29 months here in Aberystwyth University. Uh, Technically, you will spend 17 months here on the campus, and 12 months you can spend in the industry. And these are the basic entry requirements, and these entry requirements are same for September session and the January session. You have to complete your bachelor degree to get admission in the master degree here, and you should have studied some subjects in the related area. Okay, and in terms of English language requirements, you have to pass IELTS with 6.0 minimum marks, and you have to pass every section, every component with 5.5. Again, you can also give other language tests also, like PTE is very popular these days, and many students are basically they're qualifying PTE. And you can also have a look on PTE, and the requirement for PTE is 55 overall, and in every section you have to take at least 51 marks, okay, out of 100. So these are some linguistic requirements you have to complete, and then for the application purpose, when you will apply, you have to upload your academic documents. You have to also provide your updated CV with your application too. So these are some of the documents required for the application of MSc programs. Yes. If we talk about precisely that what you will be studying in MSc Advanced Computer Science, basically, as I have mentioned before, that it is we are focusing on software engineering in MSc program, and you will be studying the team-based agile software development. Okay, and in agile development, we are basically using different frameworks, and we are using Scrum framework, in which the whole class will be divided into different groups. 5 to 6 member will be there in every group, and every group will have the Scrum Master. and then you will get the for every group we will have the product owner who will release the documents in the development team, and the development team will you will be the member of development team. Okay. And um, and this Scrum framework, basically we will be running over the period of different, I guess, 12 weeks, and every week we got it as a sprint. So we will be working as a sprint wise. So when you will come here, the Scrum Master will be helping you to complete this your software projects. And key skills for software engineering, basically you are all aware that you need software engineering skills, also need technical knowledge and planning, teamwork and communications, and everything will be you will basically get all the knowledge from our side, and then we'll be developing a successful team here. And in MSc Advanced Computer Science, the program at Aberystwyth University basically develops essential skills for career in software industry and research. So not only you will be getting the technical skills here, so we'll be making sure that you're also getting the professional skills to go in the industry. Can you go to the previous slide, please? The last point was, yeah, and remember that this MSc Advanced Computer Science is more flexible than we are basically presenting here. We are focusing on software development side here, but if you are interested in cybersecurity and other areas, so you can do your MSc projects in those areas too. So it is very flexible program. So it depends on the interest of the student, that what you want to do in the industry, and what you want to learn from, and according to that we can adjust our final projects. The next slide, please. Yeah, the study duration, as I have mentioned that in first year you have to complete 120 credit hours, and in the third semester basically it is dedicated for MSc projects, and it is for 60 credits. And during the semester plan, basically you have to spend 12 hours weekly, and you have to be engaged in lectures, seminars, workshops, and some personal self studies hours. You have to spend at least 12 hours weekly. And for the third semester, which will be for your MSc projects, you have to basically your supervisor will tell you that how many meetings the supervisor wants to conduct, like one meeting a week, two meeting a week, or like it depends on the supervisor. So, but first two semester you have to spend 12 hours per week in on the campus. And teaching methods will be using different teaching methods. We will be using conservative methods also, like lectures, and then you will have the advanced seminars and workshops too. And then in the last semester, we will be organizing projects uh, for the final semesters. Okay, so the idea will be basically to develop your technical skills and professional skills in this MSc program. And for the assessment methods, we'll be having assignment work will be there, and then the students will be focusing on the vocal oral presentation from the students. And then the last semester you have to complete your MSc project. These will be some assessment methods during this MSc program. Next slide, please. Yeah, so the advanced MSc program with integrated year, it is very similar to the previous program, G402. But additionally, in this program, you have to spend 1 year in the industry. So you have to complete your coursework, and then you have to complete your MSc project. And in the for the last year, what we have to do, we will all the students will apply for the industrial placement, and the university will guide all the students, and we will give you some information in the industry. We will guide you. Basically, students have to find out their place in the industry, but the university will be there to help them in every way. Okay. And after the end of in the industrial year, you have to give us the final report that what was your experience in the industry. And one more thing, if you are not able to get the industrial placement, are you are you make like if you're not completing your industrial year, then we can come back to the standard program G502. So you will get the MSc Advanced Computer Science, and integrated year will be excluded from your degree. So this is the MSc Advanced Computer Science with industrial year. Next slide, please. So yeah, now Professor Toss will join us, and he will, yeah, Professor Toss.
Hi. Okay, nice to meet you. Okay, and for our master degrees, okay, we would love to embed the research work in the modules and in the project as well. So it would be a best idea for you to understand the groups of research that we have here. Basically, now we have 4 groups, as you can see on the slide. The first one is advanced listening group. The second one, bioinformatics and computational biology group. The third is about the intelligent robotics. And the last one, vision graphics and visualization. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so the thing that the first group has been doing is try to find appropriate representation of the knowledge so that you can embed that kind of thing to make your agent a bit more intelligent in a way. And the techniques that we use, one of them is a famous one called fuzzy rough. And we also have the expertise in CI, computational intelligence, that includes fuzzy set and system, optimization, evolutionary computing, and neural networks. And we also extended not only to, from the concepts to the real world applications, especially for the manufacturing systems. Next, please. The second group is focusing on the bioinformatics and the analysis of genome, and the sequencing of your DNA and RNA so that we understand the characteristics, properties of of our cell better, and how to come up with the better way to prevent diseases and better way to understand and the difference between races in this world. And that can also extend to the discovery of the drug that might be a bit like personalized, because the drug can be, in the market, the drug is produced for the scale, so it might not work for some people. So this kind of work might be benefiting you or some people in the world that might need the specific drug to treat specific diseases. Okay, so that is the idea of this group. Next, please. The third, okay, as you can see the images on the right-hand side, okay, so this belongs to the group. And the first one on the top right is the sort of like the humanoid robot. So we make use of that robot to understand how children learn to do things, how children can adapt themselves to the environment, okay? And the one at the bottom is the explorer that we are a part of in the Mars mission. So it's a thing like the explorer that you can deploy on the surface of Mars. So it's kind of like self-navigated to collect pieces of stone or materials on the surface so that we can understand better what sort of composites, what sort of substances that they have on Mars. Okay, and the last group, next please, is about the vision and graphic and visualization. If you have heard about deep learning and the way that we can make use of them to recognize someone or something in the image. Okay, so would you like to do something like that? Okay, you have to connect to member of staff in this group because they are expert of that field. So we kind of building the system to get a better understanding of the things or the components within the image so that we can make a better judgment or better decision. Something like to be like maybe just the basic example is just maybe to recognize the face of the people, recognize the scene that you are seeing, and then navigate yourself through the scene, something like that. So that would be a good thing to do if you want to work with a lot of coding, but I'm quite sure that our staff can help you through all this stuff. Okay, so I think that would be the main four groups that we have here. And we would love to welcome you, okay, either this January or maybe next September. And we would love to integrate you into these four groups, so you would understand better the advanced and the new technologies that we have developed in the past years, and the things that might help you to explore further to your career or maybe to your further studies anywhere in the world. Thank you.
Thank you both. That's really useful to see how the research, because we are a research intensive university,
Thank you,
links
Thomas. Thank you
back
so much.
into the courses. Yes, thank you both. So just quickly for all of the students that are potential students that are on the call today, I'll run through the costs and the scholarships available, which I'm sure you're all interested in. So these fees are for September next year. The January fees are slightly lower. So we're looking at the science fees here. So for a postgraduate master's course, it would be £19,700 for the full year. However, we do have a few scholarships available that would be that students coming from India would be eligible for. Now, cost of living in Aberystwyth, as I mentioned, is fairly low as well. You don't need to get a taxi or bus between classes. You can walk pretty much everywhere. So the general cost of living can be quite low whilst you're here. So keep that kind of £19,000 mark in your head whilst we look at the scholarships. So for students coming from India for this January, you are eligible for a £2,000 fee discount. So that is all students who apply through SI UK, because they are one of our trusted partners, are eligible for a £2,000 discount. Now, for next September, anybody with a first could also be eligible for a £3,000 scholarship. Now, a first is a UK qualification, but we translate that to about 60% in an Indian bachelor's. So if you have a 60% grade in your Indian bachelor's degree, you can get a £3,000 fee discount. If you have 50 or 55%, you can get £2,000. Now, all international fee payers are eligible for our International Accommodation Award, which can provide you for essentially free accommodation for the duration of the taught part of your course. So if I go to the next slide, if it would work. There we go. So our International Accommodation Award, all you have to do is apply before a deadline, and you can live in one of these rooms, as an example, with zero cost. That means all your total costs is just that fee, which you can get discounted. So even if you just get the £2,000 discount, you're talking £17,700 for the whole year with no accommodation costs on top. Now, accommodation can cost £5,000, £6,000, £7,000, sometimes £8,000 a year. So this is a huge saving that is going to make studying in the UK much more affordable. Now, if you do have some savings or some funds that are going to be able to help you study in the UK, you can apply for different university accommodation with a cost. And some of these are very luxurious. They've got large double beds with your own ensuite and a big kitchen living room area with a TV as well. But when I came to study here, I went for the shared option. And you have 2 bathrooms between 6 students roughly. And if you don't have to pay anything for that, that is a fantastic way to keep the total costs down and affordable. So the entry requirements to study in the UK or to study one of our computer science masters is a 50 to 55% in a relevant computer science related degree. However, we do have that master's available in September that is for students who might not have studied something similar. So if you are interested in any of these subject areas, please contact us and we'll be able to support you. Now, Mohammed also mentioned English language qualifications. We do also accept some standard 12 English qualifications. We accept the standard 12 and some state boards as well. So again, if you have questions, please ask or speak to your counsellor in SI UK, who will be more than able to support you in your application as well. So in a quick summary, before we go through to some questions, Aberystwyth, we're not in the middle of a city. We're in a beautiful place, a campus university with fantastic records for teaching quality, student experience. As you can see, our academics are really involved in students' life here. They know your name. It's a real good community in that computer science department. All students from all over the world always mention that when they are graduating. We cover a large range of subject areas, and computer science is one of our best and biggest departments as well, so you're joining a good one. And the big thing to think is it's high quality education at an affordable price. With the fee discounts available and the accommodation award, coupled with the general low costs of living in Aberystwyth, Aberystwyth can be quite an affordable option for students to come to study. So I hope you found some of this quite useful. I can see there's a few questions coming through as well. So we're here and happy to answer any questions. Our email addresses are also up there, and you can contact the department and the university anyway. And of course, SI UK has a fantastic team of counsellors who have been working with us for many years and will be able to support you too.
Thank you so much for giving us this insightful presentation. Now time for Q&A session. I will help you call out the question from the YouTube chat box.
Thank you.
So the first question is, what is the criteria you see in the application for students to apply in computer science course?
So I'll let Mohammed go into more detail as to what he's looking at in the applications, but it would be a 50 to 55% grade in their bachelor's degree. But Mohammed, you might want to go into more detail about what you see inside those applications.
Yeah, Samantha, thank you so much. Yeah, in fact, the 50 to 60% in your bachelor degree, and then we see the CV, okay, and that what is your area of research, and what you have done in your bachelor, and what was in your final year project, okay, and some technical skills like your programming skills, and especially the what modules you have taken during your bachelor degree. So this is the basic criteria, and then your CV is also very important, and and your focus, that what is your future goal, and then it becomes easier for us to select the students.
Okay, so next question is, what support students have for writing dissertation?
Yes, Manda, I would like to answer this question too, because it is related to Department of Computer Science. Here we have very comprehensive system for MSc projects. Like one semester before, all the like a potential supervisor, they will advertise their projects. Like in my case, I have proposed 3 projects last time, and 2 projects were selected, and both were like from India, and they have done good job, and especially and similarly all other lecturer and senior lecturer and professor, they will propose their projects, and all the students will get, and all the students will have the access to those proposed projects, and students will select their topic according to their interest, and then here all the supervisors are basically available for whole semester, and we can have weekly meetings with our students, and sometimes if students need more time, then they can write an email or can call their supervisor, and we are available here like more than one time in a week, and the students will get all the support in terms of supervision, and especially that all the requirements will be defined for the student, that what they have to do in their projects, and what are the key tasks they have to complete, and then during the semester, when they're conducting their experiments, our library basically, if they want to get laptops from the university, the main library will basically give them laptop for like almost 12 weeks. So it is this time period is enough to complete their project. So they will get laptops from the university, and also they will get the good understanding, and also we have this templates for writing the MSc projects. So, and we have the record of previous students too, so the students can see the previous work, and they can follow the template how to write the final MSc project report, and what they have to answer in that. So all these things basically, and students will get better picture how to complete their MSc project.
So next question is accommodation guaranteed? How much do students typically pay in rent?
Shall I cover that one?
Yeah,
So
yeah, sure.
accommodation is guaranteed as long as students apply before a specific deadline. So it depends if it's January or September, but the deadlines, it's more than achievable. And as you will have seen for the International Accommodation Award, accommodation can have a zero price tag. If a student wants to go for the more luxurious options, they are probably looking at about kind of a £5,000 to £6,000 fee. But most students will go for that free option, and there is usually more than enough room.
So next question is how can students stand out for when applying for scholarships in this course?
So the scholarships that we mentioned are based on grade. So it all depends on that previous qualification that you have. And we will be basing those scholarships based on that. So if you're applying for next September, it depends whether you have a 50, 55 or 60% grade in your bachelor's degree. If you're applying through this September though, this January though, any application that comes through SI UK will automatically be awarded a £2,000 fee discount.
What support services are available for students, such as academic advising, career counseling, or network events?
I'll cover the more general university aspects, but and then maybe Mohammed, you can talk about the departmental support. We have a very large student support department who can help with all academic needs, especially if there are any learning difficulties that any student has, but also any personal difficulties. There's 24-hour helplines. We have staff members on campus all throughout the day to be able to support there as well. Career counselling, we have a fantastic careers department who put on career events, who bring companies onto campus to speak to students, and I believe there's support in CV writing, interview prep, and this is for all students across the whole department. I know computer science works quite heavily with industry to support students. Computer science has one of the highest is very, very well known for having employable students. Industry is very aware of Aberystwyth students being ones that they want to recruit. So it's a good university name to have on your CV when applying. There's also networking events that the department does as well as the university. So we're working really closely with our alumni now, who are all working in fantastic roles in the UK or elsewhere across the whole world, to make sure that students, current students, and even recent graduates have the opportunity to use that network to find a better employment opportunity afterwards. Our international advisor can also help students with their visa to make sure that they can use that 2-year post-study work visa. It's just some forms that need filling in, but it means that there's support there for that as well. Mohammed, I don't know if there's anything departmental specific that you might want to mention.
Yeah, thank you so much, Samantha. In fact, you have covered most of the points. So I just want to mention here that the employability of Department of Computer Science is highest in UK for Aberystwyth University. So the reason behind this is because we have the strong support system for the students and their professional development skills, and we have these trainings, and we are basically having so many events throughout the year. where students can participate and they can develop their skills and they can understand the networking, that how to apply, and then they will see the opportunities, the industries are coming here, and sometimes the supervisor are individually helping students to apply for the positions available. So in this case, university is helping overall, and then the department support is there, and individually supervisor are supporting their students too. Like the one thing here is we are basically not mentioning here that for math MSc students when they are here, so most of the PhD supervisors they will be having their own funding for their PhD admissions, so they can offer them for PhD admissions too. So like if some students are doing very well in their research and they have published some research papers, so they will have the best chance to get scholarship here because they are already here, and they will be recruited very easily from the supervisors. And we have this able dog scholarship for PhD, and we have this departmental overseas scholarship, DOS scholarship for and these scholarships are very important for all the MSc students here. Like most of the MSc students, they come to me and they ask for advice for their future. So I also advise them, if they have the plan for PhD, they can apply here too.
Thanks, Mohammed. Yeah, so it's just goes to show that we really support students if they want to go into the industry and work straight away afterwards, or if they want to continue in research and become an academic or work in research in other areas. And I think it's a highlight of our university. We're not a huge kind of 40,000 student university because we take care of our students. It's more of a community. As you can see, every year the computer science does a big photo of all of their students. And so it's a real kind of, it's very easy to get settled in. It's very friendly. And you'll see the familiar faces around as well. So it's incredibly liberal and safe for international students too. Oh, Yukti, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I've covered all the questions from the YouTube chat box. Thank you for answering all the questions so well. Would you like to share any final words?
I'll just say something from a university point of view. So we have an India office as well as our partners in SI UK who can support. So we have 2 members of staff based in India who are always happy to be WhatsApping on the phone, any questions, as well as myself. I do visit quite frequently. So if anybody has any questions, please contact us. And the counsellors, as I said, in SI UK will be able to support you in your application. And if you have any questions, I'm sure too. The biggest take homes for me would be the teaching quality and the student experience coupled with the affordability, just to kind of highlight that it's a fantastic option for students who want to go into this area where employment is booming in the UK. Lots of industry and companies are hiring in this subject area.
So thank you so much everyone for your valuable time. All the audience, if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact the SI UK India office. For more update, do follow us on our social media handles. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.